When you open Magaya software version 10.6, the first thing you're probably going to notice is the updated interface. We know that change isn't always easy, so let's take a quick tour to get to know the new design. Let's start off with the main toolbar. You can have it with or without text labels, however you prefer. On the right side, you'll see your network ID, the connection status, and the Magaya software version. Up at the top, you'll see that all the icons are redesigned, but they all have the same meaning as they did before. The refresh button is now next to the back and forward button on the left side of the screen. In general, we just went simpler, cleaner, and more organized wherever we could, paying attention to details like alignments and dividers. If you look at the overall use of background color, the white work areas and gradually darker sidebars and toolbars guide your attention to what's important, which is your data. A small but great change in the shipment folder structure is the master shipment documents always being placed at the top now, regardless of where they're added. We removed the general delete button from the top toolbar. The button is still available on list and document view toolbars and as a right-click option on shipments. In the liquidation screen, you'll notice that the toolbar is now at the top, just like in every other screen in Magaya, and this one has a liquidation status indicator clearly on the left, the same as on the general tab of the shipment here. In both the left menu and the list views of Magaya, we've increased the line height to make it easier to grasp visually. And perhaps one of the biggest changes is the new top toolbar in all list views, as you already noticed in the liquidation. Instead of having them in different areas depending on the window, toolbars are now always on top in every single screen. We introduced new functionality for filtering. You'll notice this badge on the tab to let you know that you're looking at filtered data. The unfilter option is now in the drop-down menu. And finally, let's look at the configuration menu. You can see it now fits better on the screen, is organized alphabetically, reacts to keystrokes, and it has a favorites area for your most used settings. Those are just some of the main interface changes that we've introduced in version 10.6, but don't forget to check out our newsletter on page 1 covering these new features and more. And as always, contact our tech support team with questions or any feedback.